Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. I hope you enjoy basking in the presence of God. Because here we are today. Fixed Pant has been gone for weeks. What do you mean Fixed Pant has been gone for weeks? Alright, hold on. Channel points. You guys... Alright, that has been fixed. Hello. Hello. I was wondering where the sound was coming from because I didn't realize I had to stream open at a tab. Hello. It's good to see you. It's not my birthday, but thank you, Cadis, for the 13 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, here's the deal, everybody. It's great to see you. They have added a new change to Final Fantasy XIV, in which the video game has been changed and is different. Thank you for all of the hi hellos. Hello, hi, hello.
Hello, chat.
I have hydrated as requested. I have stretched as requested. Yeah, we're definitely going back to Palace. First, allow me to give everybody a little reminder of what we are currently dealing with. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted fire aspect, and thank you very much for the 19-month story. Yes, hello, thank you, welcome. Right, hold on.
Well,
Thank you for the
this
60.
doesn't quite look like Palace.
Not yet, it doesn't. But you better watch out. Ow. Okay, that was your one try for the day. I hope you enjoyed. There you go. That's the current state of things. I hope you've been reminded properly. BGM 30.
Beat him until he turns hot.
Oh, hello, Blue Weapon. How are you doing? Hello. It's true. It doesn't particularly look like Palace right now. Yeah, you know, this is a fine opportunity for us to return to Palace of the Dead. And while I am there, you missed it. What happened? You know, we didn't win. You know, one of those. But that's fine. Maybe one of these days. We're gonna head back and do a bunch of that later. But Palace of the Dead has had some changes, gamers. A few little changes. Very important. Very important. Palace of the Dead exists. I found this sweet cat. Can I keep him? No, I feel like I feel like that's not, I don't, you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. That, just for you. Go ahead. Alright, gamers. I have an Astrologian run to win. Am I more excited about the Aether Pool or the sustaining drops? The sustaining drops are pretty good, but I don't really care about the sustainings as much as I desperately love the Aether Pool buff. And you shall see why later. For now, it's time for some Astrologian. The most painful class of all time. Actually, gotta be honest with you, these are some real nice pomanders. It's like I never left you, Palace of the Dead. I wish that was not the case, but it's like I never left. You're just as beautiful as the day I lost. This is with a strength buff on. That was with a strength buff. Okay, yeah, understandable. Thank you, Slider, for the 21 months. Thank you. Thank you, Saint, for the 22 months. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. Very kind. Thank you. Thank you, Warthog, for the 21. Hello.
Just twin, my lord.
We are back in the building, it's true. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Slider. How's it going? How have you been? How many were finally done with palaces do we have left? Many of them. But at the very least, I can say what I would like to get done today is a funny little thing called I Want to Win video game. And by that, of course, what I'm talking about is for a very long time, I have needed to come back into Palace of the Dead for 2 purposes.
Oh, and I see Lunar I took first. Can't let that be right.
Oh, thank you for the 1,020. Exactly 1 bit over. Oh, thank you, beautiful. Well, okay. We're gonna do a little bit of Palace. I needed to get my picked out commemorative Pajali weapon, maybe possibly Kinna weapon, I'm not sure. I have to do my Astrologian run. And I have to not have terrible Aether Pool. The real thing that this does for me right now is more so for commemorative things. Palace of the Dead has gotten much better for my circumstances at the moment. Which one of these does anything again? I don't remember. HP recovered. That's regen. Damage taken reduced. Okay. And then this is a buff. Yeah, this is a damage up. Thank you. I don't know what Celestial Opposition does, but I'll take it. I remember nothing about this class. It has genuinely been way too long. Astro, the job where you just blind your enemies to death with particle effects. Very accurate right about now. Opposition is Mitt plus heal over time. Okay, okay, gotcha. Forgot you were torturing yourself with an Astro. Hurting yourself isn't the answer to depression. That's not what this is. This isn't harmful. This is a beautiful thing, you know? Sometimes life has to continue on, and this is the continuation of life. It is to free myself of the ever-looming threat of having to come back to Palace of the Dead for an Astrologian run. And I'm doing it today. I'm doing all 40 remaining floors today. It's happening right now. And I'm going to get so many Aether Pool grips, you're not even going to believe it. You can blame me for you being rusty with Astro. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I will blame you. I will specifically blame you for this. I will also say, fun fact, Palace of the Dead is now very different. I can no longer get max potions, except from bronze chests. Which is also to say, it's a good thing that I have 4,000 of them. No, they said it's hot, not heal over time. Oh, you know what? My mistake. Very true. Many people lead full and interesting lives without running Palace of the Dead on Astro. Dozens at least? That can't be true. At some point in everyone's life, they have to do this. It really would have saved me a lot of time. I will be honest, you're correct. Why do we need Astro? Many moons ago. Many moons, like probably at least over a year now, I made the funny joke of somebody asked how much it would take for me to do a 1 to 100 Astro run, and I said that it would take 100 gift subs, and then our dear Hecate did that. And so now I willingly choose, not being forced, I am willingly choosing to play Astro in Palace of the Dead to floor 100. And now, after the Pictomancer Palace of the Dead runs, I think I am equipped to become the most powerful Palace player ever to exist. I can simply never be beaten. I am superior in every way. So this is going to be easy peasy, actually. Astro is the best class. I don't actually know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why I'm going for that silver, as if this is heaven on high. This is Palace of the Dead. Silvers mean nothing to me. Where's the Lancer run? No. Aurora has that copyrighted. Sorry, I can't do those. Yeah, it's, yeah, it wouldn't, yeah, I don't want to get in legal trouble. You know how it is. But I'm living my best life. I've been having a great time. I messed around with Palace of the Dead a little bit after the patch, because I wanted to know how things would change for the solos. Okay, but if I take the lead a bit, no. 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 You... I don't even think you're on the leaderboard. Where... Hold on. I haven't even seen the leaderboard in a bit. You're not even on there. You can't. Let's see. Is this... You could. You financially, responsibly... should not. Should not. Thank you, but you probably should not. This is beautiful. I don't know if I could ever be forced into doing a Lancer run, I'll be honest with you. It's only 23,573 bits. Surely, you're right. You're so right. You're so right. Wow. So the only way that I can get max potions from Palace now is to get them from bronze chests. They've also changed a lot more stuff. Why am I in Palace? To celebrate the new Palace changes. And whoa, excuse the Katamari music. My alarm went off. Hey, Wrath, how much gifted for a Lancer Palace of the Dead? Never. New changes have happened, and I love the new changes. Very happy to hear them. I've got many things to do. I would like to prep some things for some classes. I would like to get us to a point where I can comfortably say that maybe I could actually be done Palace of the Dead forever. You know, that would be pretty sick. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but you never know. I wish you would also gotten caught in that landmine. That would have been so nice. But the ideal for me is that I'm gonna, today, I would like to get my Commemorative Pictomancer weapon. Very important. And I would like to finish the Astro run so that I never have to think about it again. And then maybe one day I will forcibly return for some kind of ridiculous grind that I am not looking forward to. But until that happens, who knows? Then we do Lancer. Well, see, the funny thing about that Come on, man. I was lining up the perfect spot. Necromancer with Astro sounds like the most painful thing imaginable. Still need to run Lone Hero title. Yeah, I think I'm at the point now where I'm gonna do Lone Hero when I've got a little bit of downtime between things. Or when I hit a wall so ridiculous that it's time gated. You know? Didn't you say you're in a rush with a certain date in 2027? Yeah, but there's only so much of a rush I could be in. Think about it a different way, right? I have to do this at some point. I would like to do it now. The stars have aligned. It'll be a parody, that's legal. I'd have to speak with Aurora's lawyers for that one, but maybe. Well, yeah, you know what? You might convince me to do like 1 to 50 on a Lancer, but I will never take it past that, ever. It's not happening. I can't willingly do that. My lawyer's right step by. Hello, Aurora. How's it going? Yeah, it's Aurora. They're trying to force me to do a Lancer Palace of the Dead run. I'm telling them that that's copyrighted content for you, so I'm actually not legally allowed to do that. You know, just doing my due diligence and protecting your IP rights. Yeah, Lancer. Of all the classes, they want Lancer. I'm never doing higher than like floor 50 at most. That's the worst. Just so happens we have an opening for Wrath Games to do Lancer attempts. Hey, you must have misspoken. That's the other Wrath Games, you know, right? Yeah, of course. You just said a Lancer run? Oh, okay, yeah, I could do floor 1 to 10. That'll be perfect. Game's gonna be like, ha, you actually have to level Samurai now? Don't say that, because you're gonna be right. And I don't like that you're going to be right. What other Wrath games is there? You know, the guy that did Solo Bronley. I hate that guy. He stole my challenge idea for me, and he already beat Shadowbringers. Also, Wraith Games, that's true, as Aurora so aptly named me in their last stream. Out of the loop, what's wrong with Lancer? We're not talking about the completed job, right? We're not talking about the upgrade that you get for Lancer at level 30, which is a word that I am not allowed to say because YouTube hates me for it. We're talking about Lancer, like the basic class, and they want me to do Palace of the Dead on that. Thank you. No. No Deltarune characters in my chat. Love Deltarune. Love everything about it. Masterpiece. I haven't played since Chapter 1, and I played Chapter 1 so long ago that I remember absolutely nothing. But Lancer's not allowed in my chat. What can I say? What is your Astro outside palace? Like level 34, maybe? Probably? Talking about Lancer, the funny blue guy from Dub. Somebody beat you to it. I'm sorry, Callus. You gotta be quicker on the draw. Oh, wow. Wow. Hello. Did we see that? Was that visible for you too? What happened to my frame rate, dude? I don't think I've ever had frame rate issues like that before. Yeah, I'm just gonna very quickly make sure I don't die, because we're kind of teetering on the edge of death right now. I would appreciate if we could stop spawning patrols specifically to ruin my day, actually. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty sick. If I was to make you do something, it had to be Helldivers or Deep Rock. Can we stop with the patrols. Please, I'm begging. Come on. What are you doing to me, man? It's fine. Not worried about it. Anyway. You know what? A Deep Rock Galactic Day sounds kind of nice. I might do an impromptu stream. I'm just telling you right now. You'd be great at Helldivers. Palace of the Dead already trained you on patrols. Okay, alright. You love to see it. I do enjoy a little bit of Helldivers. Just a tiny bit in my day. Not very much of it. I've never been good at shooters, let alone third-person shooters. Final Fantasy XIV is a very strange outlier, but it's an outlier in the same way most MMOs are for me, because MMO control schemes normally just make it work for my brain somehow. I hate third-person games. I absolutely despise them. I cannot stand it. I don't know why. We're talking 1 or 2? 2. I played a little bit of 2. I don't know what it is. Like, first-person games, fine, fantastic, no problem. Games like this, where I'm scrolled out from my character and I can control the distance to them, fine, no problem. As soon as you make it a set locked distance and make it, like, over-the-shoulder third person, it's over for me. I've got nothing. I just can't do it. Does this imply you could force you to do a first-person run in Palace? Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll do that now. Why not? Forget it. This is perfect. How am I not throwing up right now? I love this. I mean, I'm sure this has to be disgusting as a viewer experience. I'm sure for the purpose of the stream, you all hate this, but I'm having a great time. This is fantastic. I could legitimately, like, genuinely without question, you could get me to play Final Fantasy XIV first person. I do not think I would have that much of an issue with doing that. The only thing I'd have to turn off is personal effects like this. Actually, I love this. Can we do it more? Okay. You know what? So long as this isn't, like, vomit-inducing for viewership, sure. Why not? Not a fan of first-person games? You prefer third-person? Okay, well, you know what? Understandable. Is there anyone here who enjoys both and doesn't have a preference? Because I feel like normally people have to have a preference. It's like, no, yeah, no, I really like third-person games and I just can't stand first-person, or the opposite with me. You also like both? Okay. Oh, that's probably the only problem, is that I have to face the enemy while casting, so that's gonna throw the camera around every time I casted something. Oh, that's terrible. First person for horror, third person for everything else. Okay. Third person? Who are the other two? First person for solo only. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. My mistake. Yeah, definitely the biggest problem so far is just being blinded by my own ability effects. Other than that, when drawing a card takes up half my screen, there's a little bit of a problem. You play first person, but I prefer third person. Yeah, I could get it. I could understand that. I get it. Yeah. I can play third person if I have to, right? But I really don't like it. I will especially say that if it's a third person shooter game, I will suck at it, and there's nothing I can do about that. Like, I have no input on the matter. That's gonna throw me off so much. I'm gonna have to not kite things in Palace of the Dead on the Astro run. This is sucking. Oh man, okay. I gotta go back. Going back makes me a little sick now, I'm gonna be honest. Wow, okay. Alright, take me back. Get me out of there. Can't do racing with external camera? Oh, you know, that's interesting. Okay, alright. Second, I thought you said you did Tekken first person. That would be beautiful. Could you imagine? Just your first person camera getting like a proper first person. Not just a camera from stage height looking to the right. No. We're talking a proper first person camera attached to your character's head. So every time you get knocked up into the air, it flings back with wherever your character's head currently is in the animation. Oh yeah. Absolutely unplayable. I'm loving this. First person hell sweeps into a wall combo? That's what I'm saying. I love that the Astro cards have nothing on them. Yeah, it's fine, you know? They're beautiful. We love Astro cards. Look, it has so much things. That's not nothing, right? Look, there's a guy, I think. I don't know. Probably a guy being very pensive about things. That sounds like an Astrologian thing. When The Sims added first-person mode, it was for me specifically. What Sims has first-person mode? Wait, I want to play a Sims game with first-person mode. They also added that. Can you make them add that for me as well? Willing to put you into a level 10 on health timers would be a blast to watch. I could do that sometime. One of these days, I'm definitely taking a day sometime very soon. And by very soon, I mean specifically on September 15th to play a game that is not Final Fantasy XIV for stream. Because new RuneScape coming out, new RuneScape 3 Leagues is happening. You don't have to know what that means. You just have to know that I'm excited and we're gonna play a video game. It's kind of like when I did the old school RuneScape League stream, but, you know. Congratulations, Wombat. Congratulations. Monday, I sleep. Unfortunate. Tragic, even. But understandable. Is old school RuneScape also getting a league, or do they stagger them? They're staggering them, it looks like. And they're also doing a special thing this year. Instead of leagues for old school RuneScape, they're making us play bingo instead. They're turning us into grandmas and grandpas. Alright. It would be very helpful if I had literally any idea what I was doing on Astro. Is this it? This is all I'm doing? I'm doing this properly, right? I'm not forgetting something by mistake? Maybe I'm just better at Palace now. Able to get all the grips you want, but this means more Delibram runs now. Tragedy. Okay. And then I have, unfortunately, somebody did say it earlier as a curse upon my name and house. As terrible as it is, I think you're correct, but not in the joking way. I have a very sneaking suspicion that at some point here I'm gonna have to level up like samurai or something for some reason. I don't know what. I've just got like this feeling in the back of my mind like I will need a samurai. And I really don't like that because there's a reason that I haven't picked up samurai, and I promise you it's not because it isn't a good class. It's because of all of the classes in the game, outside of Monk, it is the one I am the most scared of. Still trying to build up the mental fortitude for my next solo trial attempt, where it feels like the fight is mostly easy, but I need to stack Echo for later regardless. Understandable, understandable. I believe in you. Oh! Hey, this is another thing that they changed that doesn't really matter for me, but it's kind of a cool thing that I can add to the collections. Phoenix Downs are different. Firstly, Phoenix Downs are stackable now. We can get multiple of those. And secondly, you're able to use them in combat. So they actually have a purpose, which is pretty sick. Yeah, it's a little useless to me, but now I could just have it. For me, it's a little treat. Oh, speaking of, I had to throw these out. Yeah. Okay. Not bad. Just can't click with the sticker system. Yeah, the sticker system doesn't work with my brain. The positionals are rough for me. I'm terrible at positionals. And it's just a very complicated class if you want to do really good damage. Which I think I would say I would like to do very good damage. Okay, hello boss. I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I have healing active, I'm not scared of the boss killing me during this section. I'm just gonna stay in this phase. I'm just gonna stay in the succubus form for the extra damage. Because it's not like I'd be able to do this much damage as Astro. Right? So, why not? Alright, come on. Come on, we can... Alright, unfortunate. You can play Samurai from sound cues alone? Alright, very impressive. I'm not good with Samurai. I just can't do it. I don't know why. It just doesn't click. I believe that I can. It's just gonna take so much practice compared to basically any other unlockable class that I'm afraid to do it. Which is why I'm a little worried, and it is the reason that I've put off using Samurai for so long. But who knows, maybe. Yeah, I'm feeling like with Picto no longer being... I guess the burst for Picto has kind of come back. They gave me back my hammer crits. We're approaching the possibility of them just getting rid of positionals one of these expansions. I don't know. Would that be a bad thing? As somebody who does not play melees, would you actually miss them? Would you be sad if they were gone? Because I kind of feel like melees have to do enough dancing around anyway just to be able to hit their attacks while dodging mechanics. Sad of what? We're gone positional. I'm seeing mixed responses. At least some people would miss them. And you know what? That's enough for me. If some people would miss them, I can't give the sweeping, alright, get rid of them. I gotta say, I'll give you that. Keep them in. Keep them in the video game, just for me, as a treat. Congratulations, Astrologian is now level 42. What a masterpiece. Moving on. Now, with that in mind, I do not believe I will be using my 99.99 for this next set, so I could technically get the first piece of my Aether Pool grip. I'm gonna need a lot of those for my Pictomancer, but you know what? I think we're gonna finish Astro first, just in case, and then I'll farm for Aether Pool after. How does that sound? They buffed Ninja a lot not long ago, and this job has pretty good burst phase and damage. Maybe. I mean, I haven't used Ninja in a very long time, so I really don't have much of an idea of how Ninja is. Also, that was the wrong button, but fine. Just as a reference for me, I am trying to save as many of these pomanders as I possibly can, so that we can get through floors 99 to 100 incredibly quickly. The faster I can do those, the better, you know? Blue is a front positional, which is really weird. Oh, but it's so good. I shouldn't be fighting you, right? You're the bad ones? I remember you being terrible on the upper floors, so you're probably terrible here. Just gonna flash my yearbook club. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. When I used to raid with a static, we had an Astrologian, our dear Ivani. And, you know, the first time it popped up, I made this silly little joke, like, oh, we're sharing a conscience right now. We're in your collective unconscious. So great. Oh, I'm thinking all of your thoughts. Oh my goodness. Wow, I did that last Tuesday? That's crazy. I completely forgot about it. Wow, I can't believe I did something like that. And then we just started calling it Yearbook Club, because we'd get flashbacks to Yearbook Club anytime it happened. Maybe that's just a me thing. Maybe that one doesn't get further than the tiny group that had the joke, but kind of like it. I think it's just one of those. When you're doing a static run, when you're farming out savages, you need something that you can laugh at for like 40 minutes straight, because otherwise you're just gonna be sad. I stand by my thoughts and beliefs 100%, okay? Very important. Every static group needs exactly 2 incredible players. Like, the sweatiest players on the planet. Alright? Just absolute, as good as you could possibly be. And for my static, that was Ivani and Haji. So that was our Black Mage and our Astrologian. And then you need 2 people that can just sit there and mess around and say the worst jokes of all time as the comedic relief. And that was me and Crew, me the Red Mage and Crew our White Mage. Very important, because it is through those roles that you are able to clear things. You need the comic relief, otherwise the sweaty gamers are going to get too upset and they're not going to be able to continue. And you need the sweaty gamers because the comic relief is never going to get anywhere. It's just not going to happen. It is... I would highly suggest, though, when you have a shot caller for your group, you should make sure that that shot caller is, in fact, one of the sweaty gamers and not the comedic relief. I did kill people on purpose. Sometimes not on purpose, but it was funny, so it worked out anyway. Is there any way to avoid Accursed Pox aside from interrupting it for gold mimics? Thank you very much, Kikus, for the 13 months. get real boring if you didn't get a damage boost from hitting it from behind. So you don't care about, like, side positionals? Very understandable. Yeah, kill it? Okay, healer has no counterplay. Alright, understandable. That's fine. I'll just put up with it, I guess. My counterplay is to be a healer. Oh man, I've really experienced, I don't know why this just popped back into my head. Maybe because I've been thinking about doing travel again recently. There is no universe where I'm able to do travel anytime soon, but as soon as that, as soon as they dropped those dates for FanFest, I wanted to go so badly. You don't understand. I needed it. I needed it. So, I can't really travel for, like, a while. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to get around to traveling again. Who knows? But as of right now, I cannot. Though, I have been thinking about, like... One thing, very fun experience for me. I'm a very nervous person, generally. A shocker, I know. Especially in social situations. Shocker, I know. Very nervous person in general. And, you know, TSA and, like, customs agents really don't like when you're nervous. And couldn't tell you why. But, man, has that gotten me stuck with the most insane questioning sections of any person whose experience I've ever heard of. Like, for instance, the ghost came to visit me for us to do our big fancy drive across the entire country, you know? When they were going through the airport at, like, 3 a.m., they got their level of questioning, which was like, hey, do you have any food on you? Okay, go. And that was it. When I traveled out of country and then back a while ago, I got up to the customs guy, and, like, it was really, I was tired, it was late, I wanted to go home and stop traveling. I really wanted to not be traveling anymore, I just wanted to be at my house. This man, as I'm walking up to the customs guy, I am the only person. Okay? I am the only person that exists. In this entire line. I go up to this guy, I get there, I'm waiting for him to call me over, and instead of calling me over to be like, alright, come over, he's like, why are you so nervous? And he just starts glaring at me. And, like, I had to just, hey, I'm just really tired and want to go home. Like, I had to do everything I could to not just start crying on the spot. Like, this dude just felt like he was about to throw me into the garbage can and tell me that I was never welcomed anywhere, let alone on this next plane. Like, dude, that was the worst. He grilled me for half an hour about, like, how much did you purchase a lot of stuff? How much stuff do you have in there? What items did you bring? What items did you come back with? Are any of these gifts or any of these things that you're doing? Did you get anything at duty free? What is your job? Where are you going? It was exhausting. So, I gotta tell you, if you're nervous about flying, good. You should be. No, that's terrible. No, I can't say that. But it's great. We're trying our best over here, man. I'm kind of glad that I can't travel, because I really don't want to do more travel. But I am going to be a little sad that I won't be able to make it to FanFest next year. Am I referring to specific moves that get boosted from position or universal damage boost from attacking from the... Is that a thing that exists? I don't know. You hit the boss, you know, whichever direction you want. The thing is, I don't have positionals as a caster, right? But I do really like running circles around the boss while I'm fighting, which is why I play Red Mage so much, because I am then able to run circles around the boss. How did that hit me? Are you crazy? What the heck, man? You know, FanFest Canada would have been beautiful, because then I could go. Imagine that. A FanFest in Canada. And then they could do it late in the year, so it's really cold. Ugh. Your first time at an airport, you had to borrow a pen to sign your passport. Oh, man. This is beautiful. It is not a thing that exists. Okay, Cadis, I will believe you. I trust Cadis in all things. Unfortunately, this is very dangerous to me, as if Cadis chooses that they wish to tell me some wild and crazy ideas, I will just default believe them. I would absolutely love like a Vancouver or Toronto one. I think maybe Toronto would be cool. I hold no bias in this, I swear. I do want that Rage Pomander. It's just a free floor, so I'll take. Hey! It's a no knockback floor! Nobody told me. Chat, you're supposed to tell me these things. I just wasted a Rage Pomander for nothing. For nothing. I found a bagel place, chat. My life has peaked. This is the best day of my life. I found a bagel place today. Exactly today. I gotta, hold on. Where's... Wait a sec. New York City quality or no? Unfortunately, I have to say it like it's as close to New York City quality as you can get in a bagel place that is not New York City. But, oh, they are so good. They're so good. The fact that I can go to a place and purchase a bagel that is anywhere near as good as the bagels that I make at home is like, oh, what a good day. What a good day today was. I don't even care how expensive it is. They do charge me a lot of money for their bagels. I will give them that. But, oh, delicious. Hello, motherboards. How's it going? Hey, Wrath, is it no knockback floor? Thank you, Lane. See, at least somebody's helping me out here, chat. I always know I can rely on my mods. What are they charging for a bagel? Unfortunately, a set of 6 was like 14 bucks, but $14 Canadian, so I could assume it's 30% off, all right? That's still a lot of money for 6 bagels, okay? I'm not about to say that that's a reasonable amount in any universe, but that's not terrible. It's like a little less than $2 per bagel. Fine. It's good bagels. I'll put up with it. The other option is I could just make the bagels myself, but if I want to make the bagels myself, I have to actually remember to pick up yeast from the store, and I have not been doing that, so no bagels. Have I not had a strength on this entire... I haven't had a strength on this entire time. This whole floor set, I've had nothing. Actually, recently started playing XIV free trial. How goes Palace? You know, it goes pretty great. I hope you're enjoying the free trial. So no knockback floor, my love. Thank you. Thank you. I know I can always rely on YouTube chat to save me like that. It's a good thing, too. I was about to use a rage pomander. You know, it's a very weird thing. I think it is worth it for bagels. But it's very strange to consider, like, what other foods would I say that for? What other foods could I reasonably justify? Like, this is a very small thing. I will get 6 of them, and they will cost a large amount of money for an individual. It's like $3 a piece, $2 a piece. What would I consider worth that? Bagel isn't just a bagel, it's a breakfast sandwich. I had a breakfast sandwich from them. That was 13 bucks on its own. I had it on a bagel, but it was so good. Oh my god. Oh, it was a thing of beauty. It was serenading. What foods are delicious but a pain? Mozzarella sticks, except none of the mozzarella sticks here are good. Okay, I've found I have to take back 80% of my complaints. I have found a good and reasonable supplement for most of the things that I said I was not able to get good here while I was in Canada. I have found a reasonably enjoyable sausage from Costco, but that's just Costco, so sure. I have found a reasonably enjoyable pizza. And you know what? I'm starting to the weird I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe the style of pizza. It's like the fast food pizza kind of style where it's like not a divoted crust and it's not a deep dish, but it's just kind of like an oval and it is consistently the same height across the entire oval. It's kind of winning me over just a tiny bit, but definitely not much. I did find a pizza place that is actually good pizza. The cheap pizza that you ate as a kid, but they never changed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. It's winning me over. I think that's definitely part of it. The nostalgia factor of being a child and everybody calling me cool because I was able to eat. I was actually able to, like, finish my school lunch. That was great. That was a 10 out of 10. I found a reasonable pizza replacement. Most other things I think are good. Like, most other things I think are good here. The sushi here is absolutely phenomenal. Like, so much so that I eat a very irresponsible amount of sushi. Like, very irresponsible amounts. I just can't help myself. But mozzarella sticks, I still haven't found one. Only square mozzarella sticks are good. You know what? Maybe I'll believe you. Like, there was the mozzarella sticks from that one chain place, like M&M or whatever, which is a frozen food store. And that's, like, their whole thing. That was, like, okay. That was the closest to good as we could get. But really? Like, my problem is they just don't season the breading on the mozzarella stick. It's just plain breading. And I've yet to find... Firstly, I've yet to find a restaurant that offers mozzarella sticks. Let's just get that across real quick. Back home, everywhere. It didn't matter what restaurant you went to. You had mozzarella sticks as a choice. Here, that's calamari. Every single restaurant I go to offers me calamari. Not a single one offers me mozzarella sticks. Not the pizza places. Not the Italian places. Not the really weird fusion places that just serve burgers. Nothing. Not a single person. No mozzarella sticks anywhere. It's all just calamari instead, which I can't complain about. Calamari is very tasty. Oh, there's a lot of poutine. Yeah, no, there's a lot of poutine options. There's actually a place that is just poutine. Like, that's just the whole thing that they sell. And hot dogs, I think. Very insulting. They call it New York fries. That's like the chain place, I think. Very upsetting. Very upsetting to see New York fries as a New Yorker and have it be poutine options. Firstly, New York isn't even known for their fries, so why are you calling it New York fries? Our fries kind of suck. Boston pizza, also not from pizza. Also not from pizza. Also not from Boston. Excuse me. There's another one. Disco fries are from New York. That is true. I did enjoy a little disco fry when I was a child, but they not all that much. Also, the most egregious one of all, Boston pizza, not from Boston. Local pizza, not local. There is legitimately a chain pizza place that calls themselves Local Pizza. I hate corporations. I hate them so much. The things that they do are unacceptable. Everybody say hello to the ghost, chat. She's currently behind me and laughing at me. Also, yeah, Boston's not known for pizza. I've got no clue. I have no idea. The New York fries place and the Boston pizza place need to, like, change names, but even then, Boston fries, nothing. Okay, no ability floor. Great. This is gonna take about 6 years. See you in a second here. Hold on. Extremely, I thought all the novice said there was a universal damages from beyond even for range DPS. I've been wrong for years. Oh! Just generally recommended to be behind the boss when you can because most of them... Yeah. That's just Hall of the Novice trying to teach you to not get cleaved with your tank. So, like... I will say, again, calamari, probably one of my favorite things ever, so I can't really complain. But, like, I would like at least one place that offers mozzarella sticks. I just have to find it, right? I just haven't gone there yet. That's the thing. It's gotta be somewhere. I just haven't found it or seen it. Speaking of things that I haven't found or seen, I've been trying to get Walker's Wood jerk seasoning for a bit. Very specific, but very important. If you're ever going to cook something as with Jamaican jerk seasoning, that you want it to be Walker's Wood, it's a tiny little glass bottle. It's got a lady on the front of it. It's got like green stripes and a yellow top. Very important. I'm going to Serenity this floor. That is the good stuff. I assure you. I have not been able to find it. I've actually not been able to find any jerk seasoning. I guess there was a combination jerk seasoning plus barbecue sauce that I found at one place. But I don't really want to use that. Fun fact, nobody does that Hall of the Novice tip. Fun fact, I just didn't do the Hall of the Novice, ever. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I would do that Hall of the Novice ever, even if I was starting now. Even with the new and improved Hall of the Novice, I just wouldn't ever do it. But the ring, nothing tells me that I'm gonna get a ring. Well, the only thing that I'm being told by the game is it wants to give me a tutorial, and I really like skipping tutorials. That's like my thing. So don't hate. Don't as I said, to try and reassure my dear friend Shenpai whilst suffering during their Mario Kart speedruns. Don't hate the game, hate yourself. Sometimes I gotta just stop. It's fine. Sometimes I gotta just... What exactly is jerk seasoning? Is that like shaving some and using it as seasoning your food? No, we're not shaving literal jerks. It's like a... If I remember correctly, jerk is like a tree bark. I might be wrong about that. But cinnamon is also from a tree, right? So in the same way that we take cinnamon off of a tree and then we dry it and we crush it up into like a little powder, we take jerk seasoning, we take it off of the tree, we crush it up into a tasty little mixture, and then it makes things very spicy. It is, as my dear father said, it is our Jamaican elixir of eternal life. You will live forever if you eat jerk seasoning. Jerk pork will get you there. Again, I'm probably just gonna stick with this for a while. I have a raising active, right? I do. Okay, so worst case, I've got a raising to save me. We'll be fine. Good luck with the DPS check. I'm not worried about it. I can live the DPS check. I could just heal myself back up. Charybdis, I have to remember, goes very far. A lot farther than the circle makes it seem. Thank you. Surprising amount of edible trees. Yeah, you know, what other trees do we eat? That's a good question. I mean, maple syrup, does that count as tree? Does that count as eating a tree? We're kind of eating a tree. Like a little bit, right? Tree blood? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Not inaccurate, unfortunately. Aspirin? Is aspirin from a tree? Gum tree? I don't think gum tree is literally gum. I would love if that was the case. Oh, man. It is, yes? No way. No, wait, really? What is cinnamon? I think cinnamon is like... It's not the bark, it's like the inner bit of it, right? What about apples from apple trees? Yeah, but that's not eating a tree, you know? That's eating the produce of the tree. I'm talking about, like, eating a tree. Like, we pull the bark off of the tree, and then we grind it up into a seasoning. It's like an inner layer of skin, yeah. It is a bark? Is cinnamon the bark specifically, or is it, like, the inner bark? Why are there 3 Gadanas? Wait, that's not how this works. Those should be named Charybdis. Why are they all named Gadana? Do you see that? How have I never noticed that before? Are oranges a tree then? No. They are the produce of a tree. I'm gonna see if it works. I don't think it will. Oh my god, it works. I can use Astro Lightspeed as a succubus. Mahogany? I think I'm going to choose to not read the start of that one. Personally, you know, I think maybe we're gonna not read that one off. But yeah, thank you very much for the daily ad. Oh my god. Alright. Easiest game of my life. Absolutely beautiful. We've made it. My Astrologian got 2 levels off of that. That means we are 2 floor sets off of me never having to touch Astrologian ever again. I'm almost free. For real. Okay, chat. I'm gonna take a quick minute to go get a drink. I will be back. I will return. And then when I return, we will have so many things to talk about. We'll have so many things to do. Think about it. A game. So today we're going to sit here and have a conversation with ourselves. We're going to know what it means to be a gamer. I have always been a gamer, but I wasn't always a gamer. And my drink has been obtained. I'm back. I just have the ghost bring things. Ghost, were they able to hear any of my rant? Chat, the ghost is shaking her head at me. Were you not able to hear any of my rant about being a gamer? Okay. Not a word? Perfect. This sounds like a segue into a Raid Shadow Legends ad. Listen, we're gamers here. Each and every one of us. From the very beginning, we've been gamers. But I wasn't always a gamer. Not until I picked up today's, legally I am not sponsored, Raid Shadow. It's fine. Perfect. I hit the wrong button again, chat. I need to be stopped. I am, as the kids say, chef. Which is legally distinct from being a cook because I have my 1,000 hours. Excuse me. I gotta enjoy my drink real quick. You're not a gamer. I'm so sick of all these people that think they're gamers. No, you're not. Most of you are not even close to being gamers. The only real gamer is somebody who was born in the year 1947 and played the original military strategy game in which everyone had 1 HP. HP standing for how many ballistic missiles they could take before dying. That's the only gamer I know. Frankly, if you took a raid ad, I would just assume it's because of money more than anything else. That would be more of if you can live with it. I took a raid ad because of my pride. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was growing up, when I was watching YouTube, Raid Shadow Legends sponsors everyone. So, when I was offered a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, that was a mark on my soul. That was a symbol of how far I have come as a YouTuber. I'm a real YouTuber now. I got the Raid Shadow Legends ad. That's how we used to measure it. So I had to. I had to do it. It was an important part of my growth as a YouTuber. And now I don't take any sponsors except for a vacuum company that for some reason you really seemed to like. Now that the glass ceiling has been shattered, oppressed groups can rise up, including the most oppressed group, gamers. We gamers are so oppressed that they don't even call us a group of people anymore. That's how far we have fallen. We need to stand up for ourselves. Real talk, you started taking art seriously when you got your first comm? It felt like what you were doing was real? Yeah, I know what you mean. Weirdly enough, that kind of was what the raid sponsor was for me. It was like a wow, I'm actually a slightly successful YouTuber if I'm getting real sponsorship ads from genuine companies like Raid Shadow Legends, you know? A vacuum company? I think you missed something. I had a sponsor for my birthday stream from a vacuum company. It was a very wonderful sponsorship. Everybody loved it. Unironically, genuinely, people seemed to enjoy the sponsor so much that they wanted the sponsor to continue even after I was legally finished dealing with the sponsor. Which is great. What vacuum company? I can't. They already paid me money once. I can't tell you about them for free. We all buy 50 vacuums each. Next up, Audible. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on. A little bit behind the scenes for YouTubers real quick and content creators in general. Audible has a sponsorship program that you can apply for, which is like absolutely anyone can apply for it. You need to have a minimum amount of viewership on all of your videos for a 6-month period, but you are fully able to apply for it if you meet those conditions. And then it's like, hey, we're going to do literally nothing, but every time somebody signs up via your link, we will give you money. Which is like not terrible, but not great. Generally speaking, for a content creator to not be getting completely screwed over, right? You get paid for talking about the thing. It doesn't matter how many people click. It doesn't matter how many people interact. You get paid because you are showing the thing off, because you are interacting with it, because you are telling people about it. That's what an advertisement is. But that's what a sponsorship is. If they're not paying you for doing that, they're screwing you over. And I personally fully believe that that is 100% the case in all instances, inclusive of affiliate stuff, is screwing you up. But absolutely without question. I did some affiliate things earlier in my career as a YouTuber here. Earlier in my time as a YouTuber, I did some affiliate stuff, and all of them sucked. Every single one of them. An equivalent amount of money for what they should have paid me versus the amount of money I actually got was like 20 or 30x. It's bad. So yeah, I don't like sponsors. I generally hate them. I so very wish I could just spend a day going through my email just to show you all of the absolutely terrible sponsor offers that I get. There was one sponsor offer I will happily put on blast that I got recently, which was like, hey, how's it going? Send us your demographic information for your YouTube channel. We have some things that we have an opportunity we'd like to offer you. Please tell me what style of thing you would like to do or you prefer to do for sponsorships, and give us a price range. And I was like, okay, this is the price range. I need you to understand that the ideal and pretty much the only one that I am willing to offer you for this specific thing you have asked me to do is an integrated ad on a video. So that is 30 to 60 seconds where I will talk about the thing that you want within the first like 2 minutes of the video. And that's it. That's what you get. This is the price. Those are the things that I'm willing to do. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Glad to hear it. We really want you to do this entirely different thing. We think it'll go really great on your channel. I have to pull up this email just so I could give you the actual specifics and you could be as upset as I was. Let me see. Where is it? Oh, there was another one that I'm seeing here, which is my absolute favorite. Random company reaches out and it's like, hey, we want a dedicated long-form YouTube video for like 20% of the normal price that you would charge us. And we want, or you could do an integrated sponsorship for like 1/10 of the price that you're worth. And so I just responded to them, like, genuinely quote for quote, I apologize, but you are absolutely insane. If you think a full dedicated video is worth that little, please refrain from ever contacting me again. And then they contacted me again. And they were just like, oh, we completely understand and respect your perspective on the compensation for this campaign. We would like to kindly discuss with you, remind you that all collaborations are managed through our platform, which allows you to freely adjust the price. And then I responded to them with, please note the last section of my email. Do not contact me again. I hate them so much. Yeah, we want a 20-minute dedicated long-form video for $30. Basically is what they said to me. It is so stupid. It's great. I have to find this other one though. Where the heck was it? Oh, you know what? I wonder if it ended up in spam. It did end up in spam. I got rid of it for the spam. Yes. Okay, brief I'm gonna kill this enemy and then brief pause on the palace for a second just so I can read you out this email. It's just like, hey, we'd love to discuss a potential collaboration with you. Whether it's a post, reel, TikTok, pre-roll, or a stream integration, depending on your preferred formats. They tell me that thing up front. They say up front at the start of this email, hey, we're willing to collaborate with you for all of these different options of integration. I'm like, okay, sure, that's cool. Here's the info. And then they get back to me with, hey, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to share a couple of collaboration formats that work especially well for promoting X this season. Self-play scheduled raids where I use my own account on a thing that I have literally never heard of in my entire life. And then I participate in static raids. Or coaching sessions. They want me to do a sponsorship where I run a stream giving people coaching sessions on raids in a video game I have never heard of or seen before. Isn't that one literally a scam? I have literally no idea. I've never heard of it, nor would I ever be willing to look at that company for more than like 5 seconds after they spoke to me like that. That's bad. That was a bad experience. I did put that into spam afterwards. Giving coaching lessons in a game you've never played sounds hilarious, though. I mean, you're not wrong. That would maybe be the funniest stream I ever did, where I go in and I tell people, yeah, I'm sponsored. Legally for Twitch, all intents and purposes, I am not sponsored. I'm talking about sponsor offers that I have gotten and have not accepted. This is not a sponsored stream. I'm not out of compliance, I swear. Anyway, just like telling people, yeah, today's a sponsored stream. I'm going to be coaching people one-on-one for gameplay in the newest MMORPG video game, Dr. Rhythm's Love Boat. I'm going to be teaching people how to do the raids. I'm going to get each of you individually, because I know all of you just love to play that game. I'm going to just start randomly pulling you into a Discord call and judging you for your gameplay. It's going to be great. We're all going to love it. This stream is sponsored by viewers who like to buy Twitch subs. True? Chat, it's September. I don't know what that means, but good luck. I'm sure that probably means something. Have to realize those companies want to basically get you to do borderline free advertising for them, because it's not like they have hundreds of thousands of dollars lying in their pockets. Yeah, no, of course not. They definitely don't have that. But no, they can't pay you anything because they don't trust you yet. But don't worry. They'll start paying you after the 4th sponsorship. After the 4th sponsorship, you'll receive 1.2% of all the sales they make for 5 minutes after the video releases. Huh? That's a pretty sweet deal.
Do the coaching stream where chat decides your inputs like you did for April Fools.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll just have chat feeding me information on how I can coach this person. Also, like, what? In what universe?
To you by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Thank you. And everybody does me. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day, where we can learn to love and play, and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart. There you go. That's our PBS announcement for the day. Thank you, Slider, for the lead-in for that one. Twitch plays Palace of the Dead when? You could not give me inputs fast enough to be able to clear a palace floor for your lives. It would be over. None of them mentioned Cuphead despite the insane comparison and design. I'm gonna tell you why they didn't mention it. A lot of sponsors will specifically say in a piece of paper that you have to sign when you take the sponsorship, like, you cannot mention X thing during the sponsor read. So they most likely said you cannot mention Cuphead. Normally they'll say it in a very broad term, like you can't mention any like of our competition or competing brands. But you know, it's one of those. I can make a video talking about sponsors, hypothetical non-existent sponsors, of course. You know what? I like this idea. This is a good idea. I'm still thinking about that one sponsor. There was a while ago now where I got an email from a sponsor that was like, how much would it cost for you to work on our channel? You make a YouTube channel for us. And then you'll do the sponsored videos about these things and the stuff that we tell you about. And it's like, okay, you want 7 videos a month and 10 shorts every single month as output. Firstly, you're crazy. Secondly, I'm gonna give you my full price. Because there is an amount of money that I won't say no to. And it is the price of you trying to get me to do 7 integrated videos. 7 full, dedicated videos a month for a sponsor. That is too much money for me to say no to. Genuinely too much money. Like, we're talking about they would pay me 5 digits per month if I was using normal rates. And you know what? They never got back to me. Shocking. Five digits of what currency? Rubles. Very clear indication they don't watch your channel. You don't even feed us once a month. That is very true. Yes. I did mess this up a little bit. I'm gonna re-witching them. And then I light speed and lust. And then the problem will be dealt with. Problem has been dealt with. Come on, man. Just don't admit to messing it up, my lord. It was all planned. True. True, very true. One every 2 months if you're lucky. That's not true. I put out at least a video a month. Yeah, it is very nice that Lightspeed works. It's very nice. Edit the video editor, man. I'm trying my best over here, okay? I was supposed to get you a video for Saturday. I gotta tell you, it is nowhere close. I specifically did this project because I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna just do something that I want to do. It's gonna be a completely different thing from my normal, as a nice little break for me, as a nice little tasty snack, just as a treat, you know, just as a little treat. And then afterwards, I'll get back to solo and we can do the Titania video, okay? And so I was like, yeah, I'll get started on that. It's gonna be beautiful. I'll do the thing. It'll take me a week to probably do the challenge. I did the challenge in a week. I was very shocked. And then, you know, now I have to make the video. But I recorded it in such a way that it was supposed to be a lot less effort to edit and take a lot less time, you know? Turns out that's not really how it works. So yeah, it's gonna take a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. You want to feel old for no reason? The ARR fishing video was over 5 months ago. I hate that you say that. That hurts. Stall? True. Stalling for real. Speaking of videos from 5 months ago, I discovered something very funny today. Very funny, very cool, very definitely not soul-crushing. For some reason, for some absolutely insane reason, YouTube considers almost all of my content, watch my wording here, potentially mature content. My videos, in which I make a very explicit point, my streams, in which I make a very explicit point to not have any swearing, or mature topics, or themes. Ever. And you can... This isn't told to me. I was not informed of this, right? I was not informed of this in the slightest. I discovered this because another YouTube channel I know and respect was talking about it. There's a restricted mode that is accessible via the top right settings, like your little profile picture settings on YouTube. If you turn restricted mode on, half of my channel disappears. No, I didn't know. I had absolutely no idea. There's nothing on, like, because it's different than the video actually being age restricted, and I have no idea what it does. But I can tell you that if I turn on restricted mode, half of my videos are gone. And that's genuinely insane to me. I don't know what could possibly cause that. But I went and chatted with them about it this morning. I don't know. I got no idea. So maybe that will be fixed and changed. Maybe it won't. Maybe I will be stuck with that forever and we'll have to learn what it means. Who knows? But like, yeah, there have been a few instances. There was the first Final Fantasy XIV Solo Realm Reborn video. I did say a bad word, but it was one of what YouTube considers the less bad words. It is the more acceptable of the bad word options. If it was just that video, fine, I'd understand. But it's literally like all of them. And it's so weird with which ones are and isn't. Like, with 9 of my 10 most recent videos don't exist with restricted mode turned on. The announcement video exists. None of the other videos do. The Haven and Hearth video, completely fine. You can see that one in restricted mode. No problem. A lot of the earlier solo only videos, you can see those no problem. I have no idea. I have no clue. Not even, yeah, the fishing one is gone. The video where I sit around and fish all day, that one is gone if you turn restricted mode. It's ridiculous. You're playing a game not rating online interactions, but the problem is that it's again like half and half. If all of the Final Fantasy XIV videos were treated that way, it would make sense. But only some of them are. And that is the worst and most confusing part. Because then I have no way of understanding what it is doing to the video or what it is causing. An animation exists. YouTube must be for kids as a reminder as to how YouTube's age rating system is garbage. Yeah, we'll see. Put this in the video? I don't know about that one. That one's gonna get it flagged as mature content for sure. They'll justify it with kids don't want to hear about mature content ratings like that. I went over to Pint's channel. I love Pint. I talk to Pint all the time. She's wonderful. She's a wonderful gamer. One of my dearest of friends. I went over to Pint's channel and tried it. There's one video, and then the next ones that are available is from like a year or two ago. Back when she was doing like WoW stuff specifically. Basically every single video that they've made aside from I think it was the Honkai Star Rail one. How's the run going? Oh, it's going great. Okay. I need to just prep all of my stuff. Hiya, 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 hiya. Okay. You'll never take me alive, Godmother. Go ahead and try. Cool, I sure hope YouTube doesn't port this restricted mode to on in the future. Listen, man, my cast times are a bit long, but I think just staying in succubus mode is my ideal. Whenever I'm doing these on non-DPS. I think even as a tank, I would stay in succubus mode as long as I could manage it. Just like... it's so much better damage than I can do. Why would I ever stop? You know? Be surprised 10 years ago I spoke at early YouTube stuff. Loving hearing all the background that YouTube is completely fair and trustworthy with. Oh yes, of course, of course. Being a succubus is good. Wrath 2025. Yeah, being a succubus is good, actually. I feel like succubi, out of all of the demons, probably one of the least harmful. I think maybe imps might be the least harmful of all. I think they get my vote of least harmful guy award. The least harmful little guy. And then succubus, close second of least harmful little guy. I mean, all of them kill you somehow, so you know. How many of the videos featured Palace of the Dead? Ooh, like none of them. It's all been the recent ones, so... And again, maybe it's doing literally nothing, and it's just there to be there and make me upset. But the fact that it's there at all is, like, a very scary thing. I think I'm genuinely going to be done with this. I think I'm actually about to just do it. And be free of my eternal Astro curse. You could never tell me to play Astro again. You can never complain about when I'm gonna play the Astro run again. I mean, I don't think anybody was. I'll be honest. I think I just made up that person in my head. But you know. Not done yet? Yeah, but I saved so many of my Pommanders for the next floor sets. It's gonna be easy peasy. I saved, like, all of the good ones. I don't know, you need to get to floor 200 after you do 100. No. 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 I don't wanna. It's a good thing there isn't years of examples and videos YouTube is saying how YouTube never clues them in to any of the changes they make to the platform and how to deal with it. Yeah, what? No. Never happened. How did that work? I thought I didn't do it in time at that point. Wow, okay. I have no price. I cannot be bought. I refuse. If I'm gonna clear Palace of the Dead on any class, you better believe it's not gonna be on Astro. that should be enough. Wrath, will you do Heaven on High 1 to 100 as a Marauder if I buy you a really nice dinner at FanFest? If I was going to FanFest, I would take you up on that offer. I do believe I am not going to be able to go to FanFest. You'd probably just finish the kill first, right? There's no way. Okay, yeah, perfect. Yippee! Would you go if you got invited to the media tour? I don't think I would, unfortunately. I wish I could, but I genuinely, it's not like an I don't want to, it's more like a I literally can't. We shall see though, by the time all that is happening, maybe that will have changed. Hello, baby. Hi, tiny baby. Hello. Okay, alright, hold on. Chat? I have to employ some strange and unique tactics. Ah, much better. Okay, is it colder outside than it is in here? I can't tell. I think that means no. Ghost, do you think it feels colder outside? No. Alright. Unfortunate. Okay. Are there strange and unique tactics a new and fancy way of drinking fruit punch? Yes. It was, in fact, using a curtain that I currently do not use. Sorry, chat, I'm being hypnotized. Very hypnotized. Anyway, a curtain that I do not use as backing for my chair, so it will be slightly cooler. Wrath, never gonna get invited to the media tour because of this sad face. I would be devastated, but what can you do? You know? What can you do? See, Tessel, I have to believe that there are 2, maybe 3 options. Option number 1, hello my son. Hi. Option number 1 is that Square Enix does not know I exist. Option number 2, Square hates me. Or a secret third option where they don't know I exist. Those are the only options. Yeah, but see, the difference, Tessel, is that settled is settled, and I'm Wrath Games. Settled is a peak gamer. Lord, what is your favorite way to prepare chicken? What is your go-to best soup recipe? I dislike soup, so I have no go-to best soup recipes. My favorite ways to prepare chicken, there are 2 of them. Right, there are 2 ideal chicken preparation methods that I like to employ. Method number 1. This is something that chat judges me for, but I assure you it is tasty. What you do is you take, depending on the amount of people that you are feeding with this, you'll take like a Cornish hen or a whole chicken. You put it in a big stock pot with celery and water, and then you boil it. And then after a while, you stab it with a fork. You stab the drumsticks at the thickest part with a fork. And if the liquid that comes out of them is clear, it is completely cooked. If the liquid that comes out is bloody, it needs more time. And that's the whole thing, okay? You do that. And then, once you've got that chicken boiled, you'll take it out. You'll cut it up into sections. And you're gonna take those sections. You're gonna make a little mixture of basically like a ponzu sauce. Like a little bit of soy sauce, some green onions, a little bit of MSG. Mix that together, and then dip the boiled chicken in that sauce and eat it with rice. Very tasty. My second is a very simple breading. So you take the chicken normally with like chicken thighs or chicken drumsticks. Okay. You'll take your chicken thighs, you take your chicken drumsticks, you give them a coating of a seasoned salt, non-brand name seasoned salt. I like the one that starts with an L, but you know what? It's up to you. Whichever seasoned salt you prefer. And then you take the breadcrumbs, a panko breadcrumb, right? You put those you put those away. Those are good. Those are done. The chicken, it's got a little bit of salt on the exterior. You're good. You can move on. I'll take the breadcrumbs themselves. You put them in a bowl. You mix with a bunch of pepper. You specifically want pepper, garlic, parsley, and one other seasoning of your choice. That other seasoning should be put in a large amount. Or you could do a light amount of coriander if you like that as well, but I know not everybody loves coriander. I like a little bit of coriander for it. And then whatever basic seasoning you want as the main, like you could do a paprika if you want it to be very smoky. You could do like a curry. But the purpose of that, you get all that, you mix it up, and then you're going to take oil and add it into the breadcrumbs, the panko breadcrumbs. Either you are going to do olive oil and then drip it in, mix up the breadcrumbs, drip in a little bit more, mix up the breadcrumbs again so that you get like a bunch of little clumps, right? Because that gives you the really extra crispy after you bake it in the oven or air fry it, right? Because those little clumps will be great. Or you take like a thing of mayo, a mayo of your choosing, mix like a serving spoon, not a serving spoon, what are they called? You know what I'm talking about. The spoon that is not a tablespoon. The bigger one. Like you have your normal table-sized spoon and then you have the big one. And then you take that, take like half of that of mayo, slap it into the breadcrumbs, and then mix that up together as the little clumps. It is a serving spoon? Okay, great. Thank you, Tessel. I'm not crazy. No, not teaspoons. No, I did say that leading you towards teaspoons. I see where the connection happened. It's not what I meant, I swear. You just give it that breading, you mix it up with the mayo so that it gets nice and clumpy, and then you can basically, you've got the chicken on a tray ready to go in the oven. You put the breadcrumbs on top of it, you like press it into the top of the chicken, you form it over so that it almost becomes like a crust for the chicken, and then you bake it. You bake it at a high temp for like 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is gonna suck so much, I might just put on a rage for this. Next floor is gonna... Oh, wait. Hold on. Saved. So yeah, that is my two preferred chicken preparation methods. I hope you enjoy. At least Pox doesn't stack. True for real. Serenity, and then what was this one? Resolution. Okay, don't care. Method 1 tonight, method 2 tomorrow. I'll use cornflakes. Cornflakes would be very good for it, yes. Method 1 sounds like a simple Hainan chicken. Legit. I don't know what Hainan chicken is. But if it is an Asian cooking method, then that's probably where I got it from, because I just got it from my dad. I never asked him what it was called, because normally he would just tell me it's called food. So I never really inquired as to the name of the chicken he was making. It was just boiled chicken. A masterpiece. Imagine 16 pots stack. I mean, 10. So, like, the pox would do 750-ish damage a tick. That wouldn't be too bad. That'd be alright, I think. A lot of what we ate is considered goulash? What does that even mean? I am, I'm kind of craving a boiled chicken right about now. The best thing about my boiled chicken stuff is that afterwards you save the water that you boiled it in, and poof, you have a little chicken stock for you for later. You could use that for a soup if you want. I don't really like soup, but you could use it. Pretty good. Okay, unfortunately that somehow was not enough enemies. Meat, noodle, tomato, onions, garlic, spices. It's just stuff or food. Yeah, alright. Understandable. I love that. Just make your rice with the chicken stock, Tessel? Tessel, you're on thin ice. Rice is very sacred in this household. If you're gonna make it with chicken stock, it better be rice and peas. Don't you go making it with chicken stock for nothing. I got exit right here, and we're in 94, so I can start using anything? No. We are not unseasoned plate. You'd salt your rice. Mostly because it assists with getting the proper texture for the rice, but also because the purpose of the rice in each meal is to absorb the gravy and the fat juices from the thing that you have cooked. It is a medium through which the fats and oils become very extra tasty and edible. I'm actually almost free of this Astro run. I spent so long. Google Hainan chicken and you'll see the similarities. It is a favorite. Okay, I will take a look. Yeah, but what if chicken flavor too? You give it the chicken flavor by cooking chicken. And then putting the chicken fat that comes at the bottom of the baking pan into it. White rice with a pork loin that was slow cooked in tomato sauce and spices. All the rice was to absorb the fat and tomato. Yeah, exactly. See, you get it. You understand. Well, yeah, that is definitely something that I have very recently learned is a weird thing. I do salt my rice. I salt my rice in the same way that you would salt your pasta water. But I have learned that I don't even really do it for the taste. It's not meant for taste purposes to salt your rice. I do it to control the texture because the salt will assist with getting the perfect texture. Okay. My heathen take is butter is good on rice if you don't have any other fat for it to absorb. It's a quick hack. I mean, fat plus rice is good. It's tasty. I can't say no to that. Would I personally do it? Probably not. But I can't say it isn't good. Because that's basically all I use rice for, but just a different fat. I've never been big on pork loin, just because I feel like pork loin, since it has so little fat to it, it ends up being very dry very easily, you know? It's difficult to make a very good pork loin, is maybe the best way to put it. Perfect. My mandragoras, just as ordered. This place really knows how to spoil me, except it doesn't because it gave me the minimum amount of mandragoras. Could also go for some pork belly, I think. I should cook some pork belly sometime soon. I cook pork belly way too much. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. Of all of the foods that I cook, pork belly is definitely one of the ones that I cook the most. And it is not the one that I should cook the most. But it's so good. You have your raising pomander on? I don't. Thank you for the reminder. You have 2 times 10 pieces of pork. 2 times 10-pound pieces of pork belly in my freezer. Should pull one out. Why do you have so much pork belly? Is it like... See, I saw a deal for like a huge slab of pork belly. It was like the whole belly. It was ridiculous. And it was like absolute steal of a deal. But it was previously frozen. So like, once I thaw that, I can't refreeze it. So I'm just gonna have to cook all of it at once. And it was again like 10 pounds of pork belly. Like, I don't think I could do that. I would love to, but what did Twitch catch for that message? It caught loins. Weirdly enough. That's why sous vide is good. You can process a lot at once. I can see it. Very understandable. Okay. Mimics. And okay. I can do this fast at least. Why can't you refreeze? Thaw, cut, partition, bag, tag, refreeze. Maybe it's just a thing that my parents taught me that is not correct, but when I was younger, I was taught that I could only freeze you could only unfreeze something once. Once it's unfrozen, once it is thawed, you can't refreeze it. Otherwise, it is not good. It messes with it. I don't know what specifically it does to it. I just know that my mother would tell me that you can't refreeze it. Should never refreeze anything. Some bacteria can start growing that way. Oh, okay. Mom mod coming in. Never thaw and refreeze food. It's a food safety hazard. Okay, that's why. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Causes damage to the cells. Bacteria can be an issue, but is less so. Okay. And can cause food poisoning. It messes with texture, and if it happens on accident, is a sign of poor handling. Okay, alright. Oh, free raid. For a floor that I'm not gonna do. Perfect. Heard of freezer burn? I've heard things freezer burned before just, like, on their own. Wow, what a terrible set of floor debuffs. The game did not want me to clear this easy. Too bad for the game, I'm doing it anyway. Have you heard of I'm Built Different? Yeah, I will be honest, I ate a good few freezer burned things before in my life. Running a lot today. You've had a little issue with vacuum sealing prior to freeze. Maybe that would be why. I could see, but yeah, I don't know. For me, I'm definitely the texture reason would be why my parents told me not to. If it messes with the texture, that would be the reason why it was drilled into my skull to never do it. Whew. As soon as you die, Nibeth, I'm free. All of this is over. Just as soon as you are dead. So please, do me a favor. Die very quickly. I definitely should have activated light speed again. And I also should have put on a sustaining potion. A little too low to keep going. Okay. Doom is after next seminal. Are you okay, Ghost? It was very loud. Alright, great. Glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you were not murdered by some off-screen object. Almost done, then more ugly to pretty boy attempts. I may do it. Maybe, perhaps. As an Astrologian, I definitely do more damage as the Kiryu than I do as myself. Now time to see how far Ask can go in deeper Palace of the Dead? Unfortunately not. You don't have until I perish. I already died on this save file. So it's over after this. And this save file is gone forever. Wait, what? My light speed? What the heck? You're telling me light speed works on the succubus but not the Kiryu? Man, come on. I do basically 1% every hit. Which is pretty good if I say so myself. He doesn't spawn another group of enemies, right? Because we can be honest with ourselves. I will die.
I see Wrath is back in Palace. The world has returned to its natural order.
What do you mean, natural order? No. Technically not a spellcast despite the cast bar as defined by the game is my best guess? Yeah, probably. Alright. Nabeth Abdelord, I have put off fighting you for like 2 years now, and it is over. Goodbye. The Astro run... Actually, almost a year on, because we did it right before Susanoo. I started this Astro run just before Susanoo. So, us being done here, this little forced Astro run of mine is just over a year old. Thank you very much. I love blue women. Hecate, thank you very much for the 100 gifted subs that you gave me to force me to do this. Never again. A masterpiece. Truly. A masterpiece. Well, I saved all of my Pomanders for that Callus, so I had 4 Rages for that floor set and 5 Flights. I would have been pretty upset if it was all that long to get through that. And now, finally, I can do the important bit. Because it is so easy for me to get Aether Pool back now, we could do what I have been waiting to do for almost a year now. Just a little bit under a full year. My commemorative item for getting past Bismarck was the Sano amount. And almost a year on, my commemorative item for getting past Susano is one of these. The Kinna Pictomancer weapon. Alright, hold on. Throw that in the garbage. Don't need that. Thank you. Beautiful. The final commemorative piece has been obtained. And Palace of the Dead is well and over. Have you noticed that the line the Necromancer says when he summons ads is the same one Ultima, the High Seraph, and Athena in P12S say when they summon ads? A Tactics Ogre reference? What do they say? I wasn't paying enough attention. Bring death to blood and flesh, destroy demented demons all? Or denizens of the abyss? Denizens of the abyss, from ink of blackest night I summon you, darkness to me? Oh, okay. Alright, very nice. There we go, chat. A nice little commemorative picture. And now I never have to think about it again. It's almost the 1 year anniversary of the Susano clear. What is it? Next Monday? Next Tuesday is the 1 year anniversary? I think. Which is, just a little bit ridiculous. It does make me feel kind of old. But with this weapon and this mount, all of the particularly terrible things are remembered. And now we can forget them and move on. I am going to take a very brief, like 3 or 5 minute break. I'm going to come back. I'm going to grab my Wondrous Tales. We'll do a little bit of Innocence. We may complete the Wondrous Tales. We shall see. I will see you shortly, gamers. I will see you soon. Chat, I have returned. And once again, I am abandoning you. I am leaving. I have to go get a drink. Hold on. Chat, I have returned. I would like to talk about humanity and what it means to be a good person. I think a shining example of this is not scrunching up your sleeves and glaring at the person talking as soon as they mention talking about a good person, or getting threateningly closer. Hello, chat. It's good to see you. It is a pleasure. Okay, bye, chat. What are we doing? Firstly, I'm getting Wondrous Tales. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. What? No. Anyway, chat. So, chat. I'm gonna go. Get my Wondrous Tales. I have this thing to tell you all about. All right. I have been playing, for all intents and purposes, legally speaking, the next things that I say are false. I am saying these things satirically. So, I have allegedly been playing an alleged Pokemon ROM hack called Pokemon Emerald Rogue. It's not Poke Rogue, that's the website. I'm talking about a ROM hack for Pokemon Emerald called Pokemon Emerald Rogue. And it is a roguelike for Pokemon where you go through a bunch of different routes and you get a bunch of Pokemon and then if they faint, then they're gone forever and they're auto-released. Absolute masterpiece, 10 out of 10. This is all theoretical. None of this is real. This does not exist. But where's the problem? Nintendo would murder me for that. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful video game, right? And it's like the routes are randomized. The types of Pokemon that could appear on those routes are randomized. It has Pokemon from Gen 1 all the way up to Gen 9 in Pokemon Emerald. It is a masterpiece. It is addictive, allegedly. It is addictive beyond belief. And every single attempt takes like 3 to 4 hours. It is one of my favorite things of all time. I believe that they have cracked the code for Pokemon. And this is what a perfect Pokemon game is. At 3 to 4 hours, I could be working on the video. You're right. You're so right. And instead, it's 3 to 4 hours that I'm spending playing Pokemon Emerald Road, baby. You better get used to it. Okay. Hello, Chloe. What does my journal look like this week? Looks like nothing I care about. Okay, perfect. Everything should be easy peasy on this list. I probably should have grabbed this earlier for the deep dungeon run specifically, but that's fine. Okay. Why do you have a snowplow as a mount, Tessel? When did they add that? Lancer Palace of the Dead starts now. No. How well do you know Pokemon, Wrath? Because you should try Pokedoku if you want to test your knowledge. I'm going to do the Pokedoku right now. I haven't done a Pokedoku in so long. But I used to be a pretty goated Pokedoku player. Dark Poison. Easy. A Pokedoku for the day spoilers. Beware. Drapion. Yes, I'm sure. Easy. Dark type from Galar. That's a little bit of a rough one. Fairy Poison? That one's a little more difficult. Poison can learn Flamethrower. Monotype can learn Flamethrower. Vulpix. Gotta go for that uniqueness score. Oh, 0.31. Oh, really? Okay. Dark Monotype. Obviously, I'm pulling out the Umbreon there. It's not gonna have a good uniqueness, but it's gonna be something. Which region was the Galar region again? Was that Sword and Shield? Must have been. Yeah, it is? Okay. Alright. Dark Galar. Corviknight is not dark. It's steel flying. Pancham is not from Galar. I can't think of a single dark type that's from Galar. Maybe I do suck at this. Is there an Urshifu form that's dark type? No. Um, Galar legendaries are dogs. They don't have any of those. Oh, is Lycanroc? Is Midnight Lycanroc a dark type? That's not from Galar, is it? Is it from Galar? I'm gonna try it. No. Oh, you know what? True. True for real? Zigzagoon Galar. Thank you, Callus. Very correct. And I don't remember any fairy types. So that's it for me for today. We gave it a best shot. It was pretty good. Urshifu does have a dark type? Oh, okay, alright. Yeah, the original Zigzagoon is Dahoan, and then the variant was Galar, I think? Yeah, the regional form. Galar Weezing. Galar Weezing is probably one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Just the fact that they just gave him a top hat. The funniest thing ever done. I love it so much. The little imp guy. Oh yeah! What the heck was his name? Galar Weezing is a fairy poison, right? I mean, maybe? I don't remember. I didn't remember that came from Galar. Okay, chat. I'm gonna give it a few more attempts at Innocence real quick. Just because I'm feeling like it. Oh. This one gets full focus.
Upon these villains and their bound Suffer and know your folly! I will strip you of the illusion of will! I will crush you!
His autos are ranged, okay. There's no run-in from that. Oh man, how many of these? Okay, it's not 80. Oh, maybe it is 80%. Start of that voice line might have been it. So I have to be a bit faster on DPS. That's fine.
Prepare for judgment. This will be a mercy. To me, my servants, feast upon these villains and their foul sins. I will crush you. Fine, fine, if you refuse to die. I will strip you of the illusion of will. Then you will suffer. Yes, that will be your punishment. The steel will be my blessing and rise higher.
Okay, perfect. Much better damage for Vothri on that.
Suffer, suffer,
Got
suffer.
one good heal in me after this.
Know your folly. I will strip you of the illusion of will.
No, okay. I need home gang for that second one, so I need to survive first one without it.
Come, prepare for judgment. This will be a mercy. To me, my servants, feast upon these villains and their foul sins. I will crush you. Fine, fine, if you refuse to die. I will strip you of the illusion of will. Then you will suffer. Yes, that will be your punishment.
Can I have less than max? No, every single one of them will respawn if they were dead.
Rise higher.
Okay.
I will crush you. Suffer, 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 and know your folly.
Okay. Need to be more careful with their health management. Because they have to be at the point where they die basically immediately after.
Come, prepare for judgment.
Definitely die to this. There's no way I live the second meteor phase now. Okay.
I will crush you.
Okay.
Come. Prepare for judgment. This will be a mercy. To me, my servants, feast upon these villains and their foul will. I will crush you. Fine if you refuse to die. I will strip you of the illusion of wind. Then you will suffer. Yes, that will be your punishment. You will be my blessing and rise higher.
Almost.
I will crush you. Suffer, 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 and know your folly. I will strip you of the illusion of wind. I will crush you. Fall.
That's not a cast I live. Yeah, okay. Oh, man. What can I be doing different, man?
Prepare for judgment. This will be a mercy.
I just don't know
To me,
what I
my
can
servants,
change.
feast upon these villains and
Let's
their foul will.
see.
I will crush you. Fine, fine if you refuse to die. I will strip you of the illusion of will. Then you will suffer. Yes, that will be your punishment. Receive of me my blessing and rise higher.
Beautiful. I think that's the absolute ideal I can get there. I need to remember that I have time to heal after that, but yeah, that wouldn't have been enough time. Come on, cast, please. That one kills though. Okay. Oh man, how did I make it to third before, dude? Maybe I could do it. That sucks. Okay, fine. This is about what I wanted anyway. No, okay. I needed to wait for Meteors to pop up to get Holmgang off. I wanted to Holmgang first set and then use all of my mitigations for the next sets. I could probably do no mit for first set. Just like that. Okay, come on. I died at this now. That sucks. Oh, that should have done it, man. I think that would have been it. I think that would have been changed, but I'm not sure if it's 75 or not. I'm not sure what percent. If I could just push him to 75 before towers, that might do it. Okay.
Prepare for judgment. This will be a mercy.
It was phase change, you're not even remotely close? Really? When's phase change? For some reason I thought it was around 70.
On these villains and their foul
Like 2025? Okay.
Fine if you refuse to die. I will strip you of the illusion of will.
Okay.
And you will suffer. Yes, that will be your punishment.
I think phase change is much earlier in the EX. That might have been it. Does he even phase change in the EX? I can't remember. Alright. I'll turn off Silence Echo and see how it looks. Meow. Hi, baby.
This will be a mercy. To me, my servants, feast upon these villains and their foul sins.
Simply do the EX instead, then skip this entirely. True?
I will strip you of the illusion of will.
Ooh, I got confused there.
Yes, that will be your
Okay.
punishment. Receive of me my blessing and life. Prepare for judgment. This will be a mercy. To me, my servants, feast upon these villains and their foul sins.
I could maybe pull off the silence if I was level 100 with the 100 chest piece. It looks like it's 25. Just audited him from 25.1% to 24.6, and he immediately jumps to phase change. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I'm very grateful knowing that the max stack of bones is 8. But 8 is still a lot, man. At 8, even base autos are too much.
I will strip you of the illusion of will.
And I've got nothing for this? Okay.
I will
Is that enough for
crush
Echo?
you.
Yes, okay. Innocence is echoable. What's Epic Echo in this expansion? 30? Damage dealt on potency is 30%. Yeah, okay. I'm not satisfied with this yet. Okay. Worst case I can echo farm. I want to take some more time to try and find something else. Silence echo felt good, but what could be different at this stage? Realistically, next step is level 100 and the 100 chess piece. We've got otherwise the best gear we can. Draft 1 a real talk, Paladin level 90? For silence? I could see that. Yeah, with all the towers, Paladin really pulls through a lot for that. 10 levels isn't too bad. Maybe. Okay, I can think about it. For now, what am I doing? You know what, gamers? It's Silk Song Day. I'm getting out of here. Get Silk Song Day. Go play Silk Song. Go enjoy yourselves. Go have a good time. I'm getting the heck out of here, gamers. We did a lot of good things today. I'm happy with it. I will see you later. I shall see you later. Have a happy Silk Song Day, everybody. Have a good one. I will see you probably not this Saturday, but next Saturday for a new video release. It was good to see you. Goodbye, everybody. Love you. Goodbye. Have a good one. Goodbye. Wow.